Alright, I've got the main body of the knife sheath cut out, and that's in the 10 to 12 ounce leather. So that's heavy, thick leather. But that's the same thing I've been using on like the whole rest of it on the main part of the belt and the holster. And also I've cut the welt. Now it's intentionally cut a little bit long because I can always trim it. You can't really add more leather to it. Well, you can, you can stick bits and pieces of leather in there and try to glue them in and try to make it so it's not noticeable. But I would rather just cut it a little bit longer at first and cut it back as I need. On the inside here, let me get it out real quick. I use my V-groove cutter. Okay, it's got a little blade that sticks out underneath right there, forms a little V, and it's just for this kind of a thing. Since this leather is so thick, it's going to need a little bit of help folding over. So I cut little V grooves along the inside there, but I didn't go all the way out to the end on either end. So you won't see, once it's put together and you look at the end of it, you won't see where that little V groove came out. Now, if I use like a 9-ounce leather or a lighter leather, I don't have to worry with that. But since this leather is so thick and heavy, it's going to need a little bit of help folding over to form that knife sheath. Another thing good about this knife, it got a spine. This thing's got a thick spine on it. That's a good 1/4 inch of spine there. So that'll really help make this thing fit properly. Okay, now I'm using another piece of leather that's a little bit lighter. It looks about a probably about a 7-ounce piece, just a hunk of scrap. And I'm going to cut these other two pieces out on that. Mainly because I don't need a bunch of extra added bulk on the knife sheath. So I'm going to go ahead and get these traced out, and we'll get to cutting them. Now to cut this one piece, I'm just going to use my little sharp little hook knife blade here and a straight edge. Cut it across there. And cut this other straight side using my straight edge. Little question? Thank you. Welcome. And then with the same knife, I can cut the curved section of it. Y'all can't really see what I'm doing. But anyway, I'm using my knife with my finger on the back, oops, and my wrist braced up, and I'm cutting in to make this curved section. But I don't really try to cut all the way through in one pass because I have, well, a motor nerve condition, and it makes my wrist and my hand weak. But I know that my knife is sharp enough, and after a few passes, I'll be right through this leather. On a lot of projects, my wife has to help me to cut the leather, depending on how complicated it is and how excessive the cutting is. There you go. A nice cut on that. And to cut out the strap, I'm just going to cut right about there. I'll just take my straight edge and I'll cut a couple of straight pieces, space them 3/4 of an inch apart, and I'll have my strap. And when we come back, we'll get some more work done on this thing. See you then.